So, dear students, welcome to our next video lecture. In this video, we are going to discuss about lattice planes and Miller indices. So, before starting the discussion, let us revise what we have done in the previous video. Students, in the previous video, we have seen what is meant by lattice directions, how we can imagine different directions in the lattice consisting of different lattice points along them, and accordingly each direction has to be described by assigning certain indices to that. So we have also determined the directional indices in the previous video, and just to revise, you may be recalling that if we go for determination of the directional indices or direction indices of the direction represented by cube edges, then these will come of the type 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, like that. So this we have seen. So we know that there are in total 12 edges of the cube to the cube, and accordingly we can group all the directional indices of the cube edges in single bracket and write them as 1 1 1 bracket 1 1 bracket 1 0 0. And if we look for the member of the family of the cube edges, then the total members in the family of the cube edge is 6. Similarly, we can calculate the we can calculate the directional face diagonals, directional indices of the face diagonals, and these indices are of the type 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1, like that. So all these indices can be grouped into one family, and that will be called as a family of face diagonals. You may be recalling here this picture we have seen. So here this vector BE, BE is the diagonal of the upper face of the cube. So for this direction, we have calculated the indices as 1 1 0. So all such a face diagonals can be grouped into one bracket because they are of same type, similar type. So, and that can be represented as bracket 1 1 0. And if we look for the total members, then the total members in the face diagonal family happens to be 12. And similarly, the remaining is body diagonal, that is the directions passing through the center of the body center of the entire cube. So such a diagonals can be represented by indices 1 1 1. So all that can be grouped into one family, and that will be called as a family of the body diagonals, and total members in this family is 8. So such questions may come for the MCQ, multiple choice questions, in your examinations. Now with this we will come to the today's topic, lattice planes and Miller indices. So as usual, let us start with the lattice. This is suppose lattice, this is lattice, and lattice points, more correctly, these are the lattice points, and we can imagine different planes in this lattice. As far as this is concerned, it is two-dimensional lattice, or even if we can imagine, so here we can say, we can think of this horizontal plane. This is called a set of horizontal planes, as we have drawn two planes horizontal to parallel to each other horizontally. So set of two horizontal planes. Similarly, we can think of a set of planes, parallel planes, but inclined. They are not horizontal. Similarly, we can have a set of vertical planes, isn't it? So here, if we can see here, different planes, there can be any number of planes passing containing different number of lattice points. So it is needed to describe such a planes which contains specific number of lattice points in the given plane. If we change the plane, the lattice point will change, number of lattice points will change. For example, here if we see here, as far as this picture is concerned, it is consisting of 3 lattice points. This is also consisting of 3 lattice points, but it is consisting of 2 lattice points now. This is also consisting of 2 lattice points. So we can imagine any plane in any random fashion, and accordingly it may consist different number of lattice points in it. Also, its orientation may be different with reference to the faces of the lattice. We can say if we are considering the cubic lattice or tetragonal lattice or whatever lattice we are thinking of, so for that faces the planes may be different. For example, just I will show you here. If we consider a cubic lattice, this is a cubic lattice. We can draw here. This is cubic lattice. Now, and suppose there are lattice points at each corner. So this will be what we call as a simple cubic. If we consider body-centered cubic, then there will be one more lattice point at the center of the cube, isn't it? If we consider face-centered cubic, then there will be lattice point on at the center of each of the face. There are 6 faces, so 6 lattice points, one on each face. So such a lattice we can consider. Now, as far as the planes are concerned, we can think of different planes here. For example, each face of the cube can be a plane. For example, suppose we are having uh, suppose this is a book actually here. This is book. So this is one plane. This is one plane. There is also a plane at back side. Parallel planes. Similarly, this will be the upper plane. This will be the lower plane. This will be the plane at the side. This will be the another plane on the other side. So similarly here also we can have different planes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This front one is 5 and back one is 6. There can be 6 planes, each face consisting in one separate plane. So what we see here is that opposite faces are parallel to each other. So there is a set of 2 parallel planes facing opposite to each other. Similarly, we can think of a different plane. For example, here in the same picture, I can draw, suppose you consider this plane. Which plane? The plane that I have drawn with the red. You can see here. This may be the plane within the cubic lattice. Similarly, we can consider the other plane. This is diagonal plane, body diagonal plane. Similarly, we can consider plane in this fashion also. Here also there can be the plane. You can see here. You can see. There can be another plane. Isn't this is also one plane possible. Similarly, another, if we take again change the color and if we try to draw the plane, then this can be another plane also. You see here plane passing through these lattice points. This is this seems to be triangular, but plane is actually of any shape. So this is also another plane, isn't it? Also, plane can be in the middle of the body here. If you draw here plane again, different plane here. So we can draw here plane like this. We can consider plane at the center of the cubic lattice. So now you may have understood that there can be n number of planes that we can imagine. And the beauty is that if we look to the lattice, different planes are consisting different number of lattice point in it. So because of that, and all this is required while doing the crystal structure studies. So it is required to uh, designate, describe these planes. Each plane can be designated in a described in a specific manner, and that method of description of the plane is given by scientist Miller, and accordingly the index of the plane is called as Miller index, and Miller indices of the different planes are called as Miller indices. So in this method, in this video we are going to see how to calculate in the Miller indices of the planes. So first of all, so there is a procedure actually. First step to calculate the Miller indices is coordinates of the intercept made by plane along the three crystallographic axes in terms of lattice plane. First of all, what we have to do, we have to calculate the coordinates of the intercepts made by the plane along the three crystallographic axes in terms of lattice parameter. Intercepts काढायचे. So what is just a minute. So we will take one example, and side by side we will calculate the Miller indices of the plane. So students, suppose we are having this is a coordinate system A, B, and C. A, B, C are the fundamental translation vectors coinciding with the XYZ coordinate system, XYZ axis of the rectangular coordinate system. A, B, C. A is this, B is this one, and C is this one. Now, suppose, and this is the origin. Let us draw the that just a minute. Suppose we are having this plane. We consider such a plane which is intersecting each coordinate axis as shown in the figure. Just I have taken one example only, nothing more than that. So consider a rectangular coordinate system, and that the axis XYZ axis coincides with the fundamental translation vectors of the unit cell, isn't it? So here you can imagine the unit cell also, as usual. This we have done for number of times actually. So here you can imagine, I have drawn separately just to avoid the confusion. So this is suppose unit cell, and the XYZ coordinates coincides with the fundamental translation vectors A, B, C. For example, this is vector A, this is vector B, this is C, X, Y, and Z. While drawing, I have drawn the cubic unit cell, but here the example we have taken is somewhat different. It is having different fundamental translation vectors, different lengths are there. So for example, here, now I have shown here, this is a unit vector along x-axis is A. So A is up to this only. So here if we see here, this plane under consideration intercept the x-axis at 2A. Similarly, the same plane intersect the y-axis at 3B, and suppose it intersect at 6C. So first step involved in calculating the Miller indices is coordinates of the intercept made by plane along the crystallographic axis in terms of lattice parameter. So lattice parameters are A, B, C. So in terms of lattice parameter, we have determined the coordinates of the intercepts made by the made by the plane, isn't it? So here we can just I will rub this now. So first is coordinates, intercept. So intercepts, wait a minute, huh? So what are the intercepts? Intercepts are along x-axis 2A, along y-axis intercepts are 3B, and along z-axis intercepts are intercept is 6C, as shown in the figure. If we give the scale as shown in the figure, then these will be the intercepts. Similarly, now express these intercepts as multiples of unit cell dimensions by dividing it by appropriate unit translation. Now unit translation kiti ahe? A, B, C, these are the unit vectors of the unit cell under consideration, A, B, C. So divide these by unit vectors. Unit vector ने divide करा. Just to save the space, I will rub this now. Divide by unit vectors. So when we divide this by unit vector, then what will happen? 2A by A, 3B by B, and 6C by C. So this will lead to 2, 3, 6. So 2, 3, 6, these are the intercepts. Now after having these numbers of intercepts of the plane, then third step is take the reciprocals of the results. हा जो काही रिझल्ट आलेला आहे आपल्याकडे त्याचा रेसिप्रोकल घ्यायचा. सो रेसिप्रोकल काय होतील मला? 1/2, 1/3 and 1/6. So these are the reciprocals. Now here we found that we have come across fractions. All these reciprocals are fractions, fractional numbers. So we have to reduce these fractions to the integers, reduce to the smallest integers, reduce to smallest integers. So reduction can be done by dividing, by multiplying each of this intercept, each of the reciprocal by 6, because here 6 is the larger number involved. So we can multiply each by 6. So 6 into 1 half, 6 into 1 by 3, and 6 into 1 by 6. So these results will become now 6 by 2 is 3, then 6 by 3 is 2. Don't give any comma here. And 6 by 6 is 1. So whatever integers we have got, we have obtained after reducing the fractions to the smallest integer. We have to put these integers into bracket, simple bracket, like this, 3, 2, 1. So these are called as Miller indices. Miller indices. These are called as Miller indices of the plane. Which plane? This plane. So that the plane which I have shown in the figure. And normally the Miller indices, theoretically, the Miller indices are denoted by HKL. H is the HKL are the Miller index. This is standard notation to indicate, to represent Miller indices of any plane. So students, we have calculated Miller indices of the plane, which is taken as an example. By following the similar procedure, we can calculate the Miller indices of any plane, isn't it? Now there are certain features of the Miller planes, Miller indices, that we would like to discuss now. So first, features of Miller indices. Miller indices parallel planes have same Miller indices. If planes are parallel to each other, then they will be having same Miller indices. For example, here if we can see here, these shaded planes are parallel to each other, so they will be having same Miller indices. Second feature is that this we can verify by calculating the Miller indices. And if possible, we are going to solve number of problems of Miller indices. So if time permit and if there is a possibility, then we can solve different examples. But by the time you remember that parallel planes have same Miller indices, or conversely, we can think of, if Miller indices are same, if we suppose we are given two planes and we calculate the Miller indices, and if we found that Miller indices are same, then we can definitely say that the given planes are parallel to each other because their Miller indices are same. Similarly, now next is, if the Miller indices of the two planes have same, then the planes are parallel to each other. The same thing that I have just uh, expressed. A plane parallel to one of the coordinate axes has an intercept at infinity, and the corresponding index is 0. है ना? A plane parallel to one of the coordinate axes, plane parallel to one of the coordinate axis has intercept at infinity. Obviously, now suppose here also, if we think of this plane, shaded plane here, if we give the number here A, B, C and D, A, B, C, D planes are to be considered. So what we see here is this plane is parallel to this Z axis. So obviously it will never intersect the Z axis. And because of that, we can say its intercept will be in at infinity, and accordingly the index will be 0, because index is nothing but reciprocal of the intercept. So, and obviously the index is 0. Obviously the index is 0, because index is nothing but reciprocal of the intercept at the axis. If the plane cuts an axis on negative side, third, another possibility is that if plane cuts on negative side of axis, then the corresponding index is written by putting the bar on that index. For example, suppose here, now if we consider like this, here we can extend. So, suppose this is the unit cell, and if we consider this plane, which plane? This plane. Just I will share with another color. So what will happen? This plane will cut along negative x-axis. This plane will have the intercept on negative x-axis. So corresponding index will be represented by putting a bar on that index. For now here, this as it is x-axis, so HKL, so we have to put the bar on H, and all other will be simply KL. So this is so bar will indicate that the intercept is on negative side of the axis. Similarly, fourth feature is that the cube faces of a cube crystal are 100 if we calculate the indexes of the cube. Now here these are the faces A, B, C, and we know that for a cubic crystal they are having 6 faces. So each face will be having different indices. So if we calculate the indices, then that index comes to be of this form: 100, 001, 010, 1 bar 00, 01 bar, and 011. Because here this is simple, that because we know that the phase, when we are considering, for example, suppose here this phase ABCD, so this phase will never intersect x-axis and that y-axis. So it will be having only intercept along z-axis. So the indices will be of this type: 100. We will do lots of examples in separate lecture. At that time, it will be clear to you how these indices happens to be 100, 001, and etc. So by the time you remember that the phase indices, the Miller indices of the cubic face, faces of the cube are of this type, and so since they are similar to each other, we can write them into the bracket curly bracket as 100. So this will simply suggest these are the indices of the faces of the cube. And here this and these index, these are indices of the opposite planes. If one plane is on the left side, another plane will be on the right side. Similarly, these two indices are of the another two opposite planes. And similarly, these are also indices of the another two, not these, this, these and these. So these are indices of the opposite planes. So students, we will stop here now, and we have seen how to calculate what is mean by Miller indices and how to calculate the Miller indices. In the next video, we will discuss Miller indices with more examples. We will take at least 4 to 5 examples, and there we will calculate the Miller indices. Okay. So for the time being, we will stop here.